Yes, yes, yes. We are in here. We are in here. How is everybody doing? Welcome to episode 62 of New Men Same Block, where we reinvent your mind to reinvent your grind. I'm your versatile, proficient, righteous, omnibus, prolific, exuberant, and reinvented host D, one and only, Proper Chris. How y'all been? Long time no see. I had to take me a little mental health break. Was trying to get my mind right, getting things right. Gotta find that, inner focus and recentering. As the Migos say, I had to get some straightening. Had to do some straightening, you feel me? So I could come back here and keep on delivering these episodes so we can keep building, learning, and reinventing our minds so our grinds could be right. Now, I hope all my Spotify listeners, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Buzzsprout, Podcast Addict, all my folks who out here really listening to New Men Same Block, taking it in, enjoying the show, I appreciate y'all. Sorry for making y'all wait, but we gonna get to it. And speaking of waiting, this is the perfect time and segue to bring up what this episode is really about. Mastering patience. Because when you master patience, you master your life. Having patience in such an instant society and world is a great asset and tool to have. Because right now, or it's always been like that, just people got more the ability now to be in such a microwave mindset and process in how they consume things, produce things, and just interact with each other within life. You can ask, what is patience? Patience is complete control over your thoughts, deeds, actions, beliefs, words, anything that you do, and the quality of it. Because part of patience is not how long you wait, but it's the quality of how you act and how you are when you are waiting. There's a lot of things to it. And so think of it like this. There's a saying that says, watch pots never boil. They do though. I disagree with that saying, but I understand what it is saying because there's two ways to look at it. You can watch a pot boil in an impatient manner because you just watch it like, hurry up, boil. Or you can enjoy the process of it getting to the temperature to boil. Enjoying the process, enjoying the journey. Being like, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to watch this pot. I'm going to turn the heat on, put it over the little flame, or if you got an electric stove, put it over a little hot steel, and just watch as it boils. Watch the process. See the bubbles start bubbling. Everything just happened when it's supposed to, you feel me? And then once it reached that real, just, stage, when them pots and bubbles start popping and everything, you done watched it. You done seen the process. You done seen how it go. And you gotta, part of mastering your patience is understanding is, are you going to be an instant gratification person where I only care about the end result? Or you gonna be a person who enjoy the journey and the path that you walk? Did you take in all the sceneries, all the sights, the processing, everything that went into finally getting to the end? Only to begin something new and continue life each and every day. Now, what are some ways you can practice mastering your patience? Or just little D's to build up that strength, because patience is a strength. So, could you wait in line? Choose the longest line in the grocery store. Go in the grocery store, right? Go in Safeway, wherever you go. And just wait in the longest line. Be chilling. Or, when you on the freeway, this gonna be hard for some of y'all. Drive behind the person who's actually going the speed limit. And drive the whole way to wherever you going the speed limit. And be happy about it. Those things will make you understand, because in life, there's things you have no choice but to wait for. Like, there's no acceleration to it. And you just got to enjoy the moment, not stress yourself out, not give yourself bad depression and anxiety and mental health issues due to your thought processing, not really understanding the beauty and quality of patience. Now, sometimes you got to also quiet your area around you. Keep things quiet. Sit in your favorite spot with no TV, no music, just silence, and just sit there. That'll help you as well. Now, here's another dynamic about patience that people rarely touch on. When you truly know yourself, because becoming much better at being patient with things is a part of you really learning and acknowledging who you are. Because mastering patience don't mean waiting for any and everything in every situation. Mastering patience, because there's patience and then there's a thing called mastering patience. The mastering part is understanding what to wait for and what things to get away from. Because a lot of times we get involved and attach ourselves to things that we want to have patience for that we shouldn't. Because everybody got things they're patient for. Here's one thing. You got to understand. There are things you are patient about. But then there's certain things that you are not. And sometimes the things you are patient about are the things that are destroying you. There are things that you're not patient about are the things that's going to help benefit you. So recognizing the difference between the two and being able to and having the courage to separate from those things, it'll get you right. It'll get you out that relationship that you should have left 10 years ago. It'll get you out that job you should have left 5, 6 years ago. That's called mastering patience. Knowing yourself, right? And a better reason to keep you patient and to keep the quality of your waiting better is having a belief in what you're doing. So if there is something that you're doing that's taking this time, that you have patience in, you're going to have the utmost patience for it when you actually believe in what you are doing. Currently for me right now, right? I believe in building a platform and just a world overall for solid, mastered education for all youth, for adults, for people to really master intelligence and education in a different way that society has never seen it. That is something I'm working on. Anybody who works in education knows in education you don't get paid that much. Especially when you start off on the lower level, and I took the nonprofit route. And it takes time to get to, comfortable pay. But you're okay with that when you actually believe in what you're doing and when you're actually passionate about it. So when you do that, it allows you to see the things that you started off with and watch them build and grow. And sometimes even if they are broken and you have to restart, you have the courage and patience and the belief to rebuild them even with worn out tools. Some people go catch that. But so when you do that, right? When you have that belief in yourself and what you're doing, the end goal, the purpose of it, you have no problem sticking with those things, mastering patience, all that good stuff. When we interact with each other, right? How many times you talk to people and they piss you off? People get angry. I get angry. I'll be talking with people. They be saying certain things. I'll be ready to say some crazy stuff. Call names. Talk about them. But part of learning to master my patience is give people a compliment that you disagree with. When you're mad at somebody, compliment them. Be like, oh, okay, boom. End it. Or be able to listen to what they're saying and make them feel validated. Now, you don't got to make everybody feel validated in their opinions, because I'm the type of person, here, this just going to be my thing. All opinions are valid, yep, to that person, but not to me. I don't have to sit there and listen to no BS all day. Just like y'all can turn this podcast off at any moment, I can choose to walk away from any conversation and just call it a day. I don't have to sit there and listen to this BS. What you think I became a grown man for? Shoot. That's why you got to understand, people talk about kids. Kids got a lot of patience. They deal with crazy adults every day. Adults who don't really got their head on straight, ain't mastered nothing in life, ain't passionate about anything. And children have to obey and abide by that 24/7. And then they act like why some kids wild out at school and all that. Them kids is practicing patience every day to the fullest. And it burns them out. That's one thing. Don't burn yourself out on your patience. But children are put in that environment from 8 to 3 o'clock, and some do the overtime and after school program. They're in the space with adults. They're listening. They're sitting down. They're doing hard work, mental work that a lot of adults can't even do for 10 minutes. And it's a lot of those, just expectations on them to be patient and listen the whole time. So if they can do that and build that muscle, because we were all once kids and had to go through that same process, you can do it as well. Now, see me, K through 12, I was leaving class early, ditching sometime, disrupting class, doing a whole bunch of things because, patience wasn't my forte back then. I had to learn it. And when I started being patient with myself, my schoolwork, my education, I became more successful. And I ain't stopping. Not at all. Woo-wee. Oh, yeah. Drink water. Water is so underestimated in your quality of thoughts, action, and just you being a feeling. Like, it's a feeling. That hydrated feeling. I'm also a person, I tell you, I'm addicted to energy drinks. I ain't at my, best mental patience when I'm off them Monsters and Red Bulls. I'm just not. But when I remember that, boom, refill that water, drink that water. All right, you out and about, you can't get no water from your regular source. All right, go buy you a little smart water. Because them smart waters be hidden. And I like my water room temperature. Some people like that cold old water. But room temperature water, that's for me. And how many of y'all, though, savor good memories? Because I was reading Revolutionary Suicide by Huey P. Newton. Dr. Huey P. Newton at that. Quit playing. And if you don't know who Huey P. Newton is, look him up. Look up the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense. And really check him out. And read his book, Revolutionary Suicide. I swear, one of the best books and stories that I ever read in my life. And I read a lot. But in that book, Dr. Huey P. Newton, he's in prison for a false conviction of murdering a cop. He did not do it. And while in prison, they put him in solitary confinement. And he had to master himself mentally to be able to make it out. So what he said he did is a lot of good memories he had in his life of like moments, times with certain people, conversations. He remembered those. He savored those. And he replayed them in his head. And if you ever been in like solitary confinement alone for 24 hours, or even just go in your room, turn everything off, just sit in your bed for 24 hours straight in silence, and imagine extending that for a couple of months, some years or whatever, and think about it, how that would make you feel and how that would drive you, a lot of people insane and nuts. Some people, sadly commit suicide because of that. But Dr. Huey P. Newton, he remembered a lot of things. And those memories is what helped keep him sane. Those happy memories. When you're having bad days, moments, you're waiting for something and you're irritated, try to think of good memories and moments in your life, or even a song that you love to help you get through it. When you do that, you will be more at peace. It'll take down your blood pressure. It'll calm your mind, right? Because, you get that throbbing pain in your head where you be like, dang it, I can't believe I got to wait in this. There's traffic. Look how these people driving. Dear Lord, I'm telling you. But now, we got to just go to those things We got a toolbox. There's a lot of tools within us that we already have that we can unleash to practice patience, delay gratification, and get what we want. We already have great memories. A lot of people have good memories. They had times they smiled and all that stuff. We have people at our disposal. Call somebody, talk to somebody, release some stress, exercise, but believe in the process. We have belief, the ability to believe in what we're doing. We have our purpose, things that we agree with, that we love. All of that is within us. And within us can be expressed outwardly of how we want to treat it and what we do with it. Everything we need, we got. We just got to fine tool it, sharpen it, and release it, let it happen. Now, patience, part of, watching things grow. Plant you a garden. Do something, do any hobby that takes time to complete. 1,000-piece puzzles, Rubik's Cubes, all those different things. Play chess, and not that quick, doom, doom, doom. Take your time. Learn all these different moments and things that you do that helps you with patience. I stopped playing video games because it was no longer about the long story. Because video games back in my day used to have a good story mode. You'll start the game, it'll be a lot of things to it, and you got to see it all the way through the end, and it'll take time. But now all these games is about that instant. They shortened the story mode, made it short because people don't care about it no more. And it's just everything instant. Boom, boom, boom. Instant gratification. Instant. Instantly. Just like with Instagram, everybody get instant satisfaction with the attention they get from likes, comments, social interaction with people. People want things so instantly. People want information instantly. They're starting to shorten content on books, information on a whole bunch of things. Even though I say, yes, there's simpler ways to explain things to people to make it more impactful, but there's no shortcuts to everything. Sometimes you got to delve deep into the information to really thoroughly understand the history, context, and information behind it to make something make sense. Or you just have a bunch of strongly opinionated people who know the bare necessities, not even the necessities, the bare information to try to talk and convey a message. Now, if you have the bare necessities, that's a good start. The bare necessities. Speaking of that, I wonder if we looked at the Jungle Book, right? Which character would you say had the most patience? I think it's an easy answer for that. It's between the snake and the panther. The panther dealt with everything, everybody, just out there like, oh, God, you know what? Waiting for people to do right. Because the panther was there, trying to guide, be that good conscience. Then you had the snake. It patiently waited to eat people. Took his time, all that. That's why he didn't get to eat Mowgli. Because he was a little too patient. Remember I told you, waiting and holding on to things that you should probably let go. The tiger waited too long for things he probably should have been let go. But then there's patience at work, That's how it all be. Now, part of being patient, when you are angry and you're able to bring yourself back. Now, I got a list of 15 things that I want y'all to take with y'all. And we going to do it like this. Figure out what your goal is. Make it a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Have a plan B. Part of being patient, knowing you got a backup plan. It's okay. It works. Be able to change your perspective. Changing your perspective, it helps you out with so many things in life. What we doing here? Reinventing your mind to reinvent your grind. Change your perspective. When you have big goals and you think they so far away, Break them down into small things. Because, yes, sometimes you do need that satisfaction. Know you accomplished something. So when you do them sub-goals, those small things, you keep going. Know what triggers you. If being hungry and thirsty triggers you, try to feel that thing, because it's going to be hard to be patient when your triggers are played with. When people say certain things to you, know what really triggers you and make you impatient. When you worry about what people expect of you and other people giving you deadlines, hey, be aware of that and don't allow for those things to trigger you. Find ways around it. Understand what sets you off and what will make you impatient with yourself. Because sometimes impatience comes from outside sources. So things that are external to you affect how you react internally. I said this before, but it's on the list. Take time to enjoy your process. Enjoy the process of whatever you're doing. Don't worry about the end goal. Enjoy the journey. Breathe and relax your muscles. So if you are into meditation, anything like that, those things will help you. It's good for you. Good for your health. Learn to be an active listener, not an active debater and person who want to just conversate back and forth. Listen to or read what people are actually saying. That will help you be patient, because it will cause less confusion. When you understand what somebody's saying, you can't really get frustrated, because you're like, oh, I know what you're saying. I know where you're coming from. And that's the end of that. Slow down. We make our lives complicated on purpose and fast. We do it all the time. We overstructure ourselves, put too many things in our day, and now we in here rushing. Boom, boom, boom. Rushing and complaining about something we added to ourselves. Make your life simple. Slow it down. Try to only accomplish and do few things well. Don't try to do 1,000 things well, because it's going to get you at the end. This sounds cliche. It's said so many times. But live in the moment. Because in the moment, you embrace things, and there's a lot of patience within that. We all have to understand that when you live in the moment and not in a hurry to do the next thing, it makes what you're doing easier. And it makes the next thing that you're going to do that much easier. Now, here's what I want people to listen to hard. Assess your boundaries. Boundaries with yourself and boundaries with other people. When you have those boundaries, it helps make things easier for your life and for others. When you have boundaries, people can't just invade your space, your peace, and your process and add other things. Imagine you working on something and somebody coming up to you talking about, oh, hey, work on this. Like, you see people be working in whatever they're doing, and they bosses will tell them, like, hey, bud, can you do this? Like, and they'll throw a stack of paper on, their pages and all that type of stuff on their desk. And now they got something else to do. Create good, healthy boundaries. I said this before. Start a hobby that requires patience. Puzzles. Gardening. Creating model ships and airplanes. Whatever it takes, create those things and make your hobbies work. And this might sound, hey, patience is a divine virtue. Think of if you was a celestial being, a creature that's lived for billions and trillions of years. You would have to have patience. Because, life could be infinite. Things can last forever. Things can end like a snap. So, don't be a perfectionist. If you pray, pray about it. If you meditate, meditate about it. If you're all willy and nilly, just breathe about it. And thank you, everybody. This has been episode 62 of New Men Same Block, where we reinvent your mind to reinvent your grind. And I am your proper host, the and one only Proper Chris. So at the end of this, I want everybody to like, subscribe, leave comments. Follow me on Instagram at Proper Chris, PROPERCHR6S. Follow New Men Same Block on Instagram and follow Proper Chris on Instagram as well. And make sure you leave comments. You can message me about the episodes. We can have discussions. I'm open to all discussions at any time that I'm free. And I want people to leave a comment or a message and say anything that they got from this episode that they say they're going to work on. So, what are you going to work on this week to make sure you are more patient and prepared for life? Love you, everybody. Hope you reinvent it, working on reinvention. And we creating a new block. We an independent, interconnected. Peace, love.